Hey, hello everybody, and happy Sunday. Hope you guys all had a nice day, relaxing with your family. Or if you're a bit like me, it's been absolutely crazy, and I'm like, thank God they're back to school tomorrow. But I just wanted to firstly say congratulations on an amazing January and a great start to the new year. And I want you to remember to celebrate all of your wins. You don't need to be like topping all of the leaderboards or smashing your PB to be celebrating, to be feeling like you've had a good month. Like if you've done your first ever live in January, great. If you got to your first ever event, great. If you hosted an event, great. If you got on some calls, great. And the biggest one as well, I think if you're getting back to business after taking some time out, great. Like if that's you, let me know in the comments, because I feel like that's me as well in some sort of ways. Obviously, I've been doing the business, don't get me wrong. Let me just see, make sure everyone's on mute. Obviously, I've been doing the business, but I haven't been doing the business like I used to do the business, if that makes sense. I've just been kind of plodding along and just being consistent. So make sure you're kind to yourself, and please don't compare yourself to anyone else as well. Just remember that you're on your own journey and you're exactly where you need to be. It's so easy to look at other people in the business and think they're doing that. Yeah, exactly. Tunnel vision, like they're doing so well, or their team's smashing it, or they're on the leaderboards, or they're hitting promotions. Like, people have different circumstances, and you're at a different stage in your life, and you might have had personal circumstances or other stuff going on that means that you're not quite there yet, and that doesn't matter. I've been around, I'm starting fresh again. That's it, Meg. Exactly. It's exactly what we like to hear, that you're exactly where you need to be at exactly the right time. So the way I'm treating January is as the first building block of the year. And what you want to try to do is build on that month on month and improve month on month. And that might not be pay line, it might not be points, it might be your personal growth, it might be stepping outside of your comfort zone, it might be getting back to business. But one thing that I like, that I think John said, years ago, which I really like, is to aim to make your January paycheck your lowest paycheck of the year. Who likes that? I liked that. Every single month this year, we want to build and grow, and we want to make sure our January paycheck is our lowest paycheck of the year. So, chapter 2 of 12, let's go. Let's do this. So, tonight I'm going to be covering a few different things, which I'm a little bit excited about. So I started off writing some notes for the call, and I'm talking a little bit about mindset first, which is obviously one of my favourite topics. But then I kind of moved on to something which I feel like is my kind of like step-by-step guide to hitting NMD, or working towards NMD, and the things that I was doing when I was building my business to NMD. So I hope you got your pens and paper ready. It's nothing complicated. It's a really, really simple system, but it's just having all your ducks in a row. Do you know what I mean? Like you're working hard on this, and everything falls into place, and you build that momentum gradually, and your business starts to really grow and really take off. So I hope you find it helpful. But firstly, we're going to start off with a bit about mindset. Before Juice Plus, I don't think I'd ever even heard the term mindset. Please let me know if that's you. Karen, I know that's definitely not you, because she's our mindset queen. She's like, anything mindset we can call on Karen. But if it was you, let me know in the comments, because that was me. And you probably heard me say before, the first time I watched a Tony Robbins video, because everyone was like, you have to watch Tony Robbins. I actually watched it with Jamie on the sofa, and we were, Tony Robbins is a bit crazy, isn't it? Well, he's amazing. Obviously, he's the best in the world, but he is like crazy. And me and Jamie watched it together on the sofa, and we was like, oh my God, what the hell is this? Like, Jamie was like, okay, you've definitely joined a cult and you're completely crazy. Like, what is this? What have you joined? Get out of it now, run away. And also the term self-development as well. I've never heard of self-development. And now for me, it's just something that I literally cannot go without. Like, I cannot not do my self-development. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about that tonight. And if it's something that's completely new to you, like, hang in there, hold on, I promise you, like, it will make sense in the end. So it's really, really, really important. Can everyone just make sure you're on mute, please? Here we go. There we go. 1 second. Yeah, so it's really, 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 really important to be focusing on your mindset and self-development every single day. I hit a roadblock in my business, and I was at SSC for 3 years. And when I started working on my mindset and I started implementing these things, and when I went to NMD school, which I'm going to, you know, as many of you get a space on the next one as possible, I went to QNMD and NMD within, I think, 4 or 5 months, one after the other. But I attribute a lot of that to self-development and mindset. And I think you can all agree that to share a product and to share a business, we have to be in the right mindset, because people are going to feel how excited we are. They're going to look at us and they're going to feel our energy and how excited we are. Like, say, for instance, if I was talking to Karen, don't feel like I'm picking on you. You're top of my screen, so you're going to get it tonight. Say, for instance, if I was talking to Karen and I said to Karen, "Oh, hi, Karen, I've just joined this business and, you know, I think you'd be interested in it." Karen's going to be like, "Yeah, okay, I'll speak to you about it another time." If I go to Karen and go, "Oh my God, Karen, I've started this business and the community is amazing and the products are incredible and you're going to love it," she's going to be like, "Oh my God, like, tell me more." So you get the gist of it, right? We have to be in that mindset every single day. And I don't care who you are, nobody wakes up feeling 100% happy, buzzing, and energetic and excited every single day. I certainly don't. I can roll out of bed in the worst mood ever. But there are things that we can do every single day in the morning to get on top of that. And that's where I believe it really starts with your morning routine. Now, a lot of people hear this and they think, "Oh my God, no, like, I'm not a morning person. Please don't tell me I've got to get up earlier. Please don't do this. Please don't do that." And I get it. I totally get it. That was me for so long. This is not me telling you you have to get up at 5 a.m. Okay, please don't think that. I'm not telling you that. If you want to, great. If you don't, great. You can do this at any point throughout the day. You could do it at 6 a.m, 7 a.m, 8 a.m. You can even do it. You do for me, lovely to great to you. Oh, thank you. You can do this at any time throughout the day, but I do recommend doing it first thing in the morning if you can. And I am so protective of my first hour in the morning. You would not believe it. Like Jamie, because he's upstairs, if he comes to me like at that first hour in the morning and he brings me a problem or an issue, or, you know, "Oh, the kids need this," or "We need to reply to this," or "We've got to write this email," I'm like, "Stop right there." I'm doing my self-development. Like, I'm literally, that hour for me is like sacred time. And I'm really, really protective of it, because I believe that if you have a rough morning, you're going to have a rough day. And if you have a good morning, you're going to have a good day. Let me know your thoughts on that. Don't want to scare you with that. It doesn't mean that if you have a bad morning, you can't turn it around, because of course you can. But as a general rule, how you start your day is how you will end your day. So I use the Miracle Morning Method, but I've adapted it over the years to suit my needs. It's a book. It's incredible. If you haven't got it, please, please, please go and get it. It will absolutely change your business. It will absolutely change your life. And I would just really, really, really recommend it. It's a business changer and it's a game changer. Now, it can seem overwhelming, but like I said, I've adapted it to my personal needs over the years. And this doesn't have to be, some people, I get it, you know, some people don't have an hour first thing in the morning. You might just have 10 minutes, you might just have 20 minutes. So whatever you can fit into that time, just do some of it, do something, start something this month. So I'm just telling you really briefly what I do first thing in the morning. Okay, when I open my eyes, first thing I do, literally when I open my eyes, is I get my journal and I will write for as long as I need to. And where I'm there, I call it free therapy. My team know I'm huge on journaling, and I will write down my thoughts, my feelings, and most importantly, my goals and my aims for that day. But if I don't do that, I feel completely lost. I know what I've got to do, whether it is, I don't know, reply to this email, check with this, book that appointment, check in with this customer, follow up with these leads, or whatever it is. I write that down in my journal with bullet points so I can see it and I cross them off that day. And then I move on to some prayer or meditation and some gratitude, whatever works for you. So what I will do is I'll close my eyes. Obviously, I do some prayer, but I'll also think of all the things that I have to be grateful for. So I might just say, "Thank you for my children. Thank you for looking after us. Thanks for keeping us safe." Whatever it is, just, you know, something to remind you of all the things that you have to be grateful for. And then I move on to some visualization. And this is something that I was skipping out for a really long time. but I've gone back to it, and it's remind me of how obsessed I am with it. So when you visualize, I've got my vision board up here in front of me, but you don't have to have that. I recommend that you do, but you don't have to have that. I want you to close your eyes for 5 minutes or 2 minutes, whatever time you've got in the morning. And your biggest goal for this year, whatever it is, I want you to close your eyes and just imagine that happening, imagining you achieving that and what it's going to feel like. So as an example, because I know this is going to sound really strange if you've never done this before, I used to be like, this is so weird, they're hippies. And now I know how much this works. It's proven to work. So if it's a holiday, like a holiday you want to have with you and your kids, close your eyes, like just imagine being on the plane, your kids are actually sleeping and being good. You're getting off the plane, you're going to your lovely hotel, you're sipping your cocktails, you're on the beach. Like really, really, really think it. Would I show you my vision board? No, of course not. Of course not. Of course I will. I will take a screenshot of it and send it over to the group. There's a picture of me in a bikini. Which is weird. It's just because I want to get back to my health goals. Just having a look at it to see if there's anything random on there that is not for anyone to see. Let's have a look. I don't think there is. Quite random. Mine's random, but I don't mind anyone seeing it. Let me see if I can spin this around. The lighting is quite bad in here. Here's my vision board. So I've got on there things like house goals, gardens, holidays, my goal body, get back to running 10k, getting my clubs back, Club 24, IMD, 5k, buttons. This Butlins, my daughter wants, my Harry wants to go to Butlins for his birthday because it had buttons. Definitely got buttons. He likes white buttons though. He'd have buttons on his one, but Butlins is just because I think on your vision, and it says like pass your exams, do this, do that, because I think on there it's really important to have some short-term goals and some long-term goals, because you don't just want things on there like, oh, this beautiful garden or a fitted kitchen that are massive for me and it's gonna take me a long time to achieve them. I also want things on there that I know within the next month or two I'm going to start ticking those off, because ticking things off your vision board feels amazing. So we said about the holiday, or it could be a new house. So with that, front of my kitchen sinks, I love it. We like, say if it's your new house, this is what I'm doing at the moment. I'll close my eyes and I visualize opening the door and welcoming someone in, and then I'll walk through the house and visualize what it looks like and what it feels like. But I promise you, I know it sounds strange, but it does really, 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 really work, and it's proven to work. And also what that's going to do is going to get you pumped up and ready for the day ahead, because you're going to be so clear on what your goals are. You're going to be like, yeah, I'm going to speak to 10 people about the business. I want my new house. I want to go on holiday. I'll speak to 50 people. So it's really going to get you motivated and ready for the day. It's just magical. It makes you know what you're working towards. And obviously that is all combined in The Secret book, another incredible book. I'm sure most of you have read it. If you haven't, I'd recommend that you do. I've got it here in the drawer. I'm reading about 4 different books at the moment, but I definitely want to get back to reading that. Then I will go and take my capsules, have my water, and then try and move your body, whatever it is. Whether it's, I know Paul is doing a yoga challenge. Some people get up and go for a walk. I try to get up and go to the gym. But it could, if you're someone who's super busy, you're at home with the kids on your own, you think, well, I can't get out. I can't go for a walk. I can't do this. Again, going to sound really random. Get up and do 20 star jumps. Someone told me this years ago, and it's just getting those endorphins flowing, and I promise you it works. So that is literally what I'll do in the morning. I don't really do the star jumps because I go to the gym, but I might start giving it a go. I'd probably pee myself. Too much information from a little puddle. Puddle star jumps. I'm joking. Sorry, I told you my calls get a bit weird. But yeah, whatever works for you, that's my morning routine without the puddle star jumps. It's going to be a thing now, isn't it? But that's my morning routine. So adapt it and do whatever works for you within your time frame. But if you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling demotivated, I promise you that implementing that in the month of February is going to be the thing that makes the difference. So have a little think about that tonight. Maybe set your alarm 20 minutes earlier, 30 minutes earlier, and just get up and start doing that, because that's going to be how you show up every single day, and it's so important. So that's a bit about mindset. Stop pressing. I've been a snoozer lately, I'm not gonna lie, but it's to stop him right now. Gonna stop now. So moving on to DMO. I used to be a DMO queen. I used to be a DMO fanatic. It's probably what I was most known for. I used to have a huge DMO. I used to tick it off every day. I used to talk about it all the time. And yeah, I haven't been for a long time now. But that's what took my business and grew my business to NMD level. Now, for the past year, 15 months, I will hold my hands up. I have not followed a DMO properly, which is embarrassing as an NMD. It's really embarrassing. But obviously, that's been my life circumstances at the moment. And I've done what I can, where I can, and I've been as consistent as I can. And I feel like for me, me and Nat were joking, saying Happy New Year every day. But January for me, I use that month to get back to my morning routines as much as possible, to start my self-care routine again, to get back on my live videos, to start getting back to events, and to start getting back to my routine. Yeah, free trial. Actually now, so it's a Happy New Year. But that's what I use January for, and I'm feeling just so much more like confident in my ability. I feel like January for me was the most consistent I've been with my business. I feel like I'm back. I know that sounds really cliche or really cringe, but I just feel like, right, I'm ready to go now. Let's go. We're getting back on the map. This year's going to be incredible. That's literally what I feel like. But I had to work on myself before I could commit 100% to my business. And that might be you this month, and that's okay. It's fine. It's like I said, we're all at different stages. So you just figure out where you're at. Now, this weekend, I took some time out and I got organised, and I've set myself a manageable DMO. And feel free to clap or cheer in the comments if you like. But today, I'll be with you in a minute, please. Today is the first time in months that I've ticked off my whole DMO. Feel free. You can clap. If you want to clap, you can. I don't mind. Sorry, but I'm really proud of myself. It's huge. Like, that's what I mean. Celebrate these little wins. I've done my whole DMO. Thank you, Becky, for the first time in ages. And it feels great. I feel proud. And do you know what? I've done it. It didn't take a lot of time. I've been out bowling, swimming, lunching, playing with my kids, and I've still managed to do my DMO. That's the type of thank you, girl. So I was only joking with you, but thank you. I love it. But that's the type of DMO that I want. I want it something that's manageable, but that I can commit to and that I'm going to feel proud of. So I've set it up on my laptop and I've set it up on my phone on the to-do app, so I can tick it off throughout the day wherever I am. I'm more than happy to share my DMO into the groups, so you can have a little look at it. It's nothing fancy, but it is something that works well for me. And if it's not broke, don't fix it. And I also think it's really nice that I'll send it over. Just remind me after the call. I also think it's really nice that everyone shares their DMOs, because I might look at Katrina's, I might look at Andrew's, I might look at Nat's and say, oh my God, forgot about that. I'm going to actually give that a go. So I think it's really nice that we all share and we all collaborate with those. So make sure you have a DMO, and a DMO, for anyone who doesn't know what that is just a list of tasks that you do every day to build and grow your business. If you're really new, there's an example DMO in the new starters guide. If you need it sent over to you, please just ask. Or if you need help doing a DMO, please just ask. We are here to help. Everyone, all of us are really happy to help with that. But you don't need to burn yourself out. Like, again, another conversation, me and that rabbit, I feel like we don't stop talking. But you don't need to burn yourself out. You can get so excited with this business and so obsessed and be like, I'm doing 90 days, which are great. I love 90-day game plans. I'm obsessed with them. That's what took my business to where it got to. But you don't need to work 8 hours a day. Maybe on the last days of going for an MD, you might. I did. I was literally at my desk like my matchsticks. But in general, you don't need to work 8 hours a day. Literally 1 or 2 hours a day is all you need if you use your time wisely and productively. So work smart, not hard. And doing that consistently every single day over a period of months is going to lead to huge growth in your business. Now, for me, my business is nowhere near what it was. It's nowhere near what it used to be. It's nowhere near NMD level. And that's absolutely fine. Like I said, I haven't worked like I used to for 15 months. It's fine. You can't complain about results you're not getting from work you're not doing. And I'm fine with that. I know I haven't been working like I used to work. But I know as well that I can't work like this and do my DMO for February and then say at the end of February, oh my God, I'm not in, like, I haven't got my NMD pay line. It's not going to work like that, okay? Unfortunately, but it will over time. March, April, May, you're really going to start noticing the results when you're being super consistent with that. So another thing I've done this weekend when I got organised, and this is kind of, I don't know, a bit of an NMD hack maybe, and it's really simple to do, and I don't know why it works, but I am a bit of an organisational freak and I just love looking at things. So I set up a very basic spreadsheet, and this is again what I used to follow. Oh my God, oh go look at her puppy. Oh, stop it, you're really going to distract me. I set up a really basic spreadsheet, okay? It's got a few different tabs on it. The first tab has got my team, and on that tab, it's got my team by promotion. So it might have SSC, QSSC, SC, SP, Partner Plus. So I know exactly who's going for what promotion. And I've put a couple of simple formulas in there. So it just, I can input a number and it will tell me what they need. It's really easy, it's really simple, but you don't even have, you can put the numbers in yourself. You don't need to put any formulas in. So every morning when I wake up, the first thing I do is I run my reports and I input my figures onto that. So that will tell me, you know, Jade, she's 400 points away from Partner Plus. So I can say, look, you're super close. It's only a few days into the month. Someone else who's going for SC, I might be able to message them, look, you're well on track. You're a quarter of the way. So it's just so handy and it really, really works. Then I have another tab for my customers. Again, they're all on there, the date they ordered, what they ordered, and the last time I checked in with them. People do things differently with their customer care. We might have a WhatsApp group, a broadcast list, a customer page, whatever it is. For me, something that worked really well, and it always did, was having a specific day of the week where I would just check in and message them. How did you get on this week? Is there anything you're struggling with? Anything you need help with? And it doesn't take long. It really doesn't. And customer care really is a really important part of our business because, you know, firstly, people are putting their trust into us, so we don't want to just let them order and then not look after them. Secondly, they'll lead to referrals. How many times have you had a customer come to you and say, oh, my friend wants to order? Because you're doing a good job and you're looking after them. And then eventually, when it's 4-6 weeks in, then you can recommend the business and hopefully bring them into the business as well. And then another tab that I have, which I just find so helpful, because I'm a realist. I want to know where my business is at and where it's performing at. So I have another tab on there that shows me my month-on-month performance and my year-on-year performance. And that might sound complicated. It's really not. What that means for me is I can compare January 2023 to January 2024. I can see if I'm 40% up or if I'm 40% down on the same time last year. And I just find it really helpful. I want to know where my business is at, and it shows me where I need to focus. And on there, I've also got my pay. So is my pay up or down? It's got my clubs and my clubs up or down. But it's not just about last year. I also compare for the previous month. So I've got January versus December. How much did my team grow? Which part of my team grew? Where did my clubs grow? Did my pay line grow? Did my pay grow? And for me, that's what I'd done when I was going to NMD, and I would wake up, I would run my reports, I'd put my figures in, I'd know where I was, I could do my star qualifiers, my PB qualifiers, and that was something I'd done first thing in the morning. And I just think being organised really helps. So I'm sorry if I'm covering a lot on this call, because I know there's stuff, if you're new, you're going to be like, I don't know what she's talking about. Please don't worry. But there's a few different things for different levels. So, as I said, that just shows me clearly what my goals are, where my business is at, and where I need to focus. So all of these things might sound irrelevant, but I promise you, these are the exact things I done when I built my business to NMD level, when I've been stuck at SSC for 3 years, and I took my business up to NMD level, and I was getting an incredible pay every single month, which is obviously what I'm aiming for this year. So just to recap, I worked on myself and my mindset every single day, first and foremost. I took my products and I looked after my health, and I blogged my journey every single day. I followed a simple DMO that was consistent every single day, and I got organised with my client and team care and my team and client support. And I ran my reports first thing in the morning, and I updated my spreadsheet, and I knew exactly where I was at where my team were at and where I needed to focus. So that's my really simple system in a nutshell of how I got my business to NMD and how I'm going to be building it back up to that level. So it's simple, but if it's not broke, don't fix it. And then some just last random top tips. I don't know what time it is. Okay, so good. Just some last random top tips. Number one, I want you to get yourself on a company new starter call this month. Whether you've been in the business for 5 years or 6 months or 3 weeks, I want you to get yourself on one of those calls and I want you to have a refresh. If you can, because that's the first option. If you can get to the head office for a training day, do. If you can get to one of the workshops, do. There's an SP1 this week, there's an SC1 coming up. If you can get yourself on one of those, do. You will learn so much about the business, you will learn about the promotions, and you'll learn about the functions. Really importantly, you're going to learn how to run and understand your reports and how your business is structured. I cannot stress that enough. It is essential. It's simple, it's easy. There's about 10 reports on your office. You only need 2. You only need 2. Well, that's what I use anyway. Someone else might be like, I use 10. I use 2. That's all I need. It works, okay? But you need to know these things. You need to know those reports, especially, not if you're just joining the business and you're going for your first promotion, work on that, but still get on a new starters call. But if you're someone who's going SP, SC, QSSC, you're aiming for that in the next few months, you need to know these things. And then number 2 is to get to an event. Obviously, we've got London event in February. We've got a Bristol event in March. We've got an Essex event in March, and then we've got Madrid in May. All I can say is do whatever it takes to be there. Stay close to the fire, fill your cup, and build the excitement. And the number 3 is to get on the calls wherever you can, which obviously you guys do. Again, that's something that I've slacked on for the past year, so I'm really going to be up in my game with that and making sure I'm getting on a lot of the calls. I was even missing things like NMD calls and EPAC calls just because I knew it was coming, and then my brain felt fried, and I'd tell myself in the morning, you've got an NMD call. And then I'd see everyone posting about it. I'd be like, oh, what is wrong with you? You knew. So that is one of the things that I'm definitely aiming for. And then number 4, last but not least, and this might be the most important thing that you hear tonight, you've got 2 months left to qualify for that retreat and that spa incentive. This is a message from me to you. I want you to work as hard as you can and fight for a spot there. Fight as hard as you can and do whatever it takes to get a spot on that retreat. And I tell you why, it's not about going for a fancy dinner. It's not about going to the spa. Yes, it's great. Yes, you're going to get incredible content. You are going to be in a room with Shay, with Simon, with Jamie Lee. Like, you are going to get the most incredible corporate training, and you are going to come out of there on fire. I cannot even tell you. Your aim for the next 2 months, you've got 2 months left to qualify. You should be doing whatever it takes to get to that retreat. It's going to completely change your business, completely change it. I promise you, you get to that retreat, you're going to smash your next promotion in a few months after that. I absolutely put my hand on my heart and will promise you that. I literally obviously went to a retreat last week. It was amazing. Apart from the journey, it's a bit windy getting there, but it was amazing. We had such a good time. But I had a light bulb moment when I was there. I promise you that I had a light bulb moment, whether it was listening to Mary, whether it was with Sinead, whether it was Simon, whether it was with Shay. I had a light bulb moment, and I needed that more than you know. Good night, darling. I love you. Go on then. Close the door, please. I needed that more than you know. And I really, 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 it's given me that buzz that I need. It's given me the motivation that I need. And that's what you're going to come away from that retreat. You're going to feel the support. You're going to feel the encouragement and the motivation. And you're going to have people like Simon and Shay going, what can we do to support you? You're a superstar. You can do this. How can we help? What are you going to do over the next few months? Do whatever it takes to be at that event. And last but not least, just I love you all lots. I hope you have an amazing number and have a lovely January. That's my brain at the moment. Hope you all have a lovely, lovely February. But really just implement those things. Aim to grow on last month. Aim to improve in whatever areas you can. Look after yourself and your mindset first and foremost. do a DMO that's manageable for you. If you need help, ask for it. Get on the calls, get to the events, get organised. And if you really, really, really want to be hitting them big promotions this year, just put your foot down. Put your foot down. Get determined. Have your vision board. Do your visualisation every single day and say, I'm getting there. I'm doing it no matter what it takes. Don't care what anyone else is doing. I'm not looking left. I'm not looking right. I'm going. I'm going to go because my kids are going to bed. So I'm going to go and give them a kiss because otherwise they're going to come in and drive me mad. But I love you girls lots. And I'm really, really, really wishing you all the best of luck for an amazing February, but for an amazing 2024. And get yourself to that retreat, whatever it takes. Look at it. How are you going to get your points? Break it down. Go smash it and get yourself on that leaderboard. Bye, girls.